So if Summer Anise does not come out during summer, I am not buying any skins. I am not pulling for any characters. I don't know what to tell you. So the Nikke summer event is finally revealed, and we know what we're getting in it. And unfortunately, we know what we're not getting in it. I gotta be honest, guys. I kind of slept on it. I don't care about this update anymore. Like, to be completely honest, if we're not getting Summer Anise, I don't care. I don't care at all anymore about the characters. I like Sakura. And I think Rosanna is cool. You know, the skins are all right and everything. The minigame looks like it's going to be boring. I don't care about Dave the Diver. Sure, I think it's kind of wacky and quirky that we're getting a crossover collab with Dave the Diver of all things. But yeah, I was looking forward to Summer Anise. Summer Anise was one of the reasons, probably like one of the main reasons when people saw her, they downloaded the game. And we're just not gonna, we're not gonna have a summer Rapi. Why would we want that? She's only the mascot character. Hey, Anise, another mascot character. We're not gonna rerun her. What? I mean, Neon is also kind of a mascot character, but let's be honest, nobody cares about Neon. Nobody is really looking forward to her rerun either, but Summer Anise, that's kind of a big deal. One of the major mascot characters, the hottest character in the entire game, and they're not gonna rerun her. So I get, you get the comments from these nonsense people. No Summer Anise for you. If you missed her, sucks to suck. Limited banner is limited. Who would have thought? So here's an archive, and this was talking about how they're rerunning 2 limited characters. It's always great to have somebody who has no idea what they're talking about. Don't you love when you ask a question on the internet and somebody goes, I don't know, but I hope you find out the answer soon? Or somebody just comes onto your video and just says some bull that they have no proof, and this is just a lie. Limited banners do not mean, like, yes, limited banner means limited. Limited banner does not mean never coming back ever again. Nobody in the months after this event, nobody was under the impression that Summer Anise was just never coming back ever. There was never... This isn't a collab character. Collab characters, you assume that they're never coming back ever. But limited banner characters, they have... Every character in Star Rail is limited. Every character in Genshin is limited. They come back after like 6 months or so. And if it's a summer character, you expect the character to come out every summer. It doesn't really make any sense to have a summer character and then not rerun them, but they reran the winter characters, but they're not rerunning the summer characters. And this update was from December 1st, so it's like, okay, so technically winter starts in like November, so like maybe there will be a part 2 to this event, but we're supposed to be getting the collab in August. So here's a video of Psyche talking about the limited reruns. The limited reruns that apparently never happened, but here we go. Here's a video of a limited rerun.
Alongside the Christmas event, they're also going to be rerunning the limited characters from last year for...
Hey! I was just told that limited means never again, so Psyche, misinformation much.
Rapi, Winter Chopper, and Anne, Miracle Fairy. But the reruns won't happen on separate...
We gotta track this Psyche guy down, and we gotta charge him with misinformation. A guy told me that limited means limited, it means never coming back ever again. So obviously Psyche must be wrong, and this dev post that was archived on Pridewin must also be wrong.
And the remaining 1% will be the chance for one of last year's 2 units to drop.
Yeah, so apparently what they did was what Genshin and Star Rail and what other games do, where you have the limited banner character, but then you have other rate up characters on that banner. So normally your chances of getting Summer Anise would be 0. This is how I understand it. Normally your chance of getting Summer Anise is 0 because you cannot get her other than during summer. Makes sense. Summer character, summer time. So now the percentage would be you have a 0.5% chance to get her because she's available again. But you're probably not going to get her. You're probably going to get the new limited character. If they do this for summer, if they put Summer Annis at a lower rate on the limited banner for the new characters, then I have no problem. But if we're not getting Summer Annis at all, she was the main selling point of this game in total for me, let alone waiting until summer. So if Summer Annis does not come out during summer, I am not buying any skins. I am not pulling for any characters. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, unless the mood strikes me, I have no reason to support a product when I am not getting what I want from said product. I'm not just gonna pull for new characters because, hey, I want to support Shift Up. I want to support Shift Up when they give me what I want. And what I want is Summer Annis. So if they don't give me Summer Annis, why should I support them? Nobody thinks like this, and this is why people don't get the things that they want. They just kind of throw money at something, and they're like, well, it's not exactly what I wanted, but, you know, I was going to throw money at something, so I might as well throw money at it anyway. I don't do that. If I don't get what I want, I'm not giving you money. And the other thing is, too, just at least let us buy the limited characters from last year with our mileage. Let us do something. I mean, granted, you won't make as much money doing that, which is probably why they did this, because if you really want the rerun character, you roll for the new character, and you just pray that you either get the new character, you get a dupe of the new character, or you get the character from last year. If you're not going to put them on the banner at a lower rate and allow us to get a chance at getting the character from last year, then you should at least allow us to buy the character with mileage. If they don't come out and say, hey, by the way, we're rerunning the other characters, I don't know what to tell you. That's just stupid. Annis is a mascot character. She is one of the selling points of this series. If she ain't here, then I ain't here. I don't know what to tell you. I'll muscle through and I'll play that dumb collab minigame and I'll get free pulls. And I don't know. I guess I'll save those pulls for when Eve comes out. But then that's the other thing too. How much you want to bet that Sony is gonna not allow Eve to actually have any fan service? How much you want to bet that if there's costumes for Eve that Sony had to, oh no, you know, you still work for us, Shift Up. We can't have you having sexy characters in your game. They censored Eve in her own game. Are they really gonna let Eve be hot in Nikke? I don't know. This is what I'm saying. This might be the end of Nikke for me. Why would I support a company that doesn't give me what I want? I will say, and you guys shouldn't either. If you want Summer Annis, you shouldn't pull on any of these other characters. If people didn't pull on these new banners, if nobody pulled on these banners during the first week of this update, you would have an announcement for Summer Annis at the end of that week. But it's not going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, then they don't get my money. And that's fine. I'd rather save my money and spend it on something else anyway. I mean, Brown Dust 2 is going pretty hard. Maybe I switch from Nikke to playing Brown Dust 2 full time. I don't know what to tell you. That's how the market works. So if we don't get Summer Annis, I'm not doing this event. I'm not pulling. I'm not making videos for this game. I'm not gonna support this game if I don't get Summer Annis. Sorry. And that's the other thing too. Even if they put her in the game, if they put her in at a 0.5% chance of getting her, then they're gonna force me to whale. So it only behooves them to put Summer Annis back in the game. This isn't a collab character, okay? I'm not asking for an increased rate up. I'm just asking, put her in the game and let me pull for her. It doesn't make sense not to. And if they don't, then I don't pull at all. So no skins. I'm not buying any skins. I'm not buying the gacha skin. I'm not buying the pass. You put Summer Annis in this game or I'm not pulling during this event. And if I see any censorship on Eve, I'm not pulling for her either. I'm not going to support Sony in a collab with Shift Up if Shift Up isn't even allowed to have Eve looking good. So that's what I think.